May 2026 arrived at Aldi with something different. Today, we'll show you 10 finds, all of them new to the May 2026 rotation, all of them generating the shelf-clearing urgency that only happens when a product delivers something genuinely extraordinary at a price that makes waiting until next week a risk nobody willing to do the math should take. Number 10 is already surprising people who thought they knew exactly what to expect from the Aldi Finds section in May. 10. The Solar-Powered Garden Lighting Collection. May is the month that outdoor living spaces become daily environments rather than occasional ones, and the lighting that transforms a garden, patio, or balcony from a daytime space into an evening one has historically required either the installation complexity of wired lighting or the compromise of cheap solar alternatives whose battery life and light output disappoint within the first few weeks of seasonal use. The Solar-Powered Garden Lighting Collection, arriving in Aldi's May 2026, Finds rotation addresses both limitations with specifications that former employees examining the product describe as meaningfully above what the price point typically delivers in this category. The collection includes pathway stake lights with monocrystalline solar panels, the higher efficiency panel technology that charges effectively even on partially overcast days rather than requiring the direct full sun exposure that cheaper polycrystalline alternatives need to maintain adequate battery charge. String lights with individual solar-charged LED units providing the warm ambient illumination that makes outdoor evening spaces genuinely inviting. And a motion-activated security light with a solar panel large enough to maintain the battery charge required for consistent overnight activation. For seniors whose outdoor spaces represent a significant quality of life resource and who have been managing with inadequate lighting that limits their evening use of those spaces, the May Solar Collection represents a complete outdoor lighting solution at a combined price that specialty garden lighting retailers charge for a single high-quality pathway stake unit. Former employees describe the solar lighting collection selling to a customer profile that is unusually decisive. Seniors who have been waiting for solar technology to reach a quality threshold worth purchasing recognize the monocrystalline panel specification immediately and act accordingly. That was outdoor evenings solved beautifully. What is coming at number 9 is a May Finds arrival that addresses something seniors interact with every single morning, and that the current product delivers on in ways that make the price feel genuinely implausible. 9. The Bamboo and Charcoal Skincare Tool Collection. The skincare tool category has expanded dramatically in consumer retail over the past several years as the research on physical skincare interventions, facial massage, lymphatic drainage stimulation, and the cellular renewal effects of controlled microabrasion has moved from professional esthetician practice into mainstream consumer awareness. Aldi's May 2026 skincare tool collection brings the key implements of this practice into the Finds section at prices that professional skincare tools from dedicated beauty retailers carry as entry-level price points rather than complete collection prices. The collection includes a gua sha tool in genuine rose quartz, the thermal conductivity and smooth edge geometry of which produces the lymphatic drainage and facial muscle release benefits that plastic and resin alternatives with similar shapes cannot replicate. A facial roller in the same material. A bamboo-handled dry body brush with natural bristles at the firmness specification that dermatologists recommend for the lymphatic stimulation and skin cell turnover that regular dry brushing produces. And a charcoal-infused konjac facial sponge providing the gentle physical exfoliation and mild purifying action that makes it specifically suited for the sensitive, thinning skin that characterizes aging facial tissue. For seniors, managing the skin changes most prevalent in the aging population: reduced collagen density, compromised barrier function, slower cell turnover, and the facial puffiness that reflects lymphatic sluggishness. These tools address multiple concerns simultaneously without the active ingredient load that topical products require, and that sensitive senior skin occasionally cannot tolerate. Former employees with personal skincare knowledge describe this collection as one they would have purchased for family members immediately upon seeing the price, characterizing the quality as inconsistent with what the Aldi context typically leads customers to expect. From skincare to something that addresses a deeper daily well-being challenge. Number 8 is a May arrival that the senior health community has been responding to with an enthusiasm that former employees say cleared the first allocation faster than any previous Health Finds item in the spring rotation. 8. The Portable Cold and Heat Therapy Device. The therapeutic application of temperature, cold for acute inflammation reduction, and heat for chronic muscle tension relief and circulation support, is one of the most well-validated non-pharmaceutical pain management approaches available for the musculoskeletal conditions most prevalent in the senior population. The limitation of conventional cold and heat therapy products is their single modality. Ice packs are cold, heating pads are hot. The clinical reality is that many pain management protocols alternate between the two modalities, using cold during the acute inflammatory phase and heat during the subsequent recovery and circulation support phase, requiring two separate devices managed sequentially. The portable cold and heat therapy device in Aldi's May 2026 finds delivers both modalities in a single rechargeable unit with separate cold and heat settings accessible through a single control. The cold setting uses thermoelectric cooling technology rather than requiring ice or refrigeration. The heat setting provides the moist heat application that research supports as more effective for chronic musculoskeletal pain than dry heat alternatives. The rechargeable format and the compact size make this device practical for use in any household location, including the positions that are most therapeutically valuable for back, shoulder, and knee pain, but that corded heating pads and ice pack applications make difficult to maintain comfortably. Former employees who observed customer reactions to this device describe a consistent pattern of extended shelf examination followed by decisive cart placement. The pattern that occurs when a product solves a problem the customer has been managing with inferior solutions and the price matches the decision threshold rather than challenging it. That was pain management advanced significantly. What is coming at number 7 is a May Finds arrival that has been circulating through online senior communities with the kind of sharing behavior reserved for products that address something universal and do it better than anything previously available at this price. 7. The Adaptive Clothing Collection for Comfort and Dignity. The clothing needs of seniors managing mobility limitations, post-surgical recovery requirements, or the physical conditions that make conventional clothing fastening and fitting genuinely difficult have been served primarily through medical supply catalogs and specialty adaptive clothing retailers whose pricing reflects a captive market rather than genuine retail competition. Aldi's May 2026 Adaptive Clothing Finds addresses this market failure with a collection whose design vocabulary comes from fashion rather than from medical supply, producing adaptive garments that meet functional accessibility needs without the institutional aesthetic that has characterized most adaptive clothing options available to seniors at accessible price points. The collection includes tops with magnetic closure systems replacing buttons and hooks with invisible magnetic fastenings that create and release with minimal finger dexterity requirement and zero fine motor precision. Pants with side-opening designs that accommodate seated dressing without the lifting and positioning that conventional pants require. A cardigan with one-handed operation throughout all fastenings. And a layering piece with the thermal regulation properties of quality natural fiber blending at a weight and fit specification appropriate for the temperature sensitivity that seniors managing reduced metabolic heat generation experience. The magnetic closure technology specifically deserves attention for seniors managing hand arthritis or the reduced grip and fine motor function that affects approximately half of adults over 70. The same secure fastening that buttons provide an appearance is delivered by magnetic force in practice, requiring no grip, no pinching, and no threading of any kind. Former employees describe this collection generating a category of customer response they rarely observed in apparel finds, seniors calling family members from the aisle to describe what they had found. The specific urgency of someone who has finally discovered a solution to a daily challenge they had stopped expecting retail to address. From dressing with dignity to something that improves the space you dress in. Number 6 is the May Finds arrival that home and interior communities online have been posting about with the enthusiasm of people who found something they did not know they needed until they saw it. 6. The Scented Beeswax Candle Collection with Wooden Wicks. The wooden wick candle category occupies a specific position in the premium home fragrance market, where the crackling sound of a burning wooden wick, combined with the cleaner burn profile of beeswax over paraffin, has created a consumer product that specialty candle retailers have priced as a deliberate luxury experience rather than an accessible everyday pleasure. Aldi's May 2026 Scented Beeswax Candle Collection with Wooden Wicks enters this category at a price that the online home fragrance community is sharing with the specific reaction reserved for things that should not be at this price point but genuinely are. The beeswax base matters for seniors managing respiratory sensitivity or indoor air quality concerns. Paraffin candles the standard material in mass-market candles, are derived from petroleum and release trace compounds during combustion that research has flagged as potential indoor air quality contributors at the chronic low-level exposure that regular candle use creates. Beeswax burns cleaner, releases naturally occurring compounds rather than petrochemical derivatives, and produces the characteristic warm light quality that distinguishes premium candle experience from mass-market alternatives. The wooden wicks provide the acoustic dimension that makes this collection experientially distinctive. The soft, crackling sound of a wooden wick burning is associated with fireplace ambiance in ways that metal wick candles cannot replicate, producing the calm and comfort response that the senior wellness community has increasingly recognized as a meaningful component of daily mental health maintenance. Former employees describe the beeswax wooden wick collection disappearing faster than any previous Candle Finds item, driven by the combination of quality recognition among experienced candle buyers and price recognition among seniors who have been paying specialty store prices for the same specifications. If this list is already filling your May 2026 Aldi shopping plan, hit that like button right now and subscribe. Every week we track the finds arrivals that matter most for seniors, everyone worth knowing about before the posts go viral and the shelves go empty. One tap on like and one on subscribe. Because number 5 is a May arrival that former employees describe as the most genuinely useful new product in the entire spring rotation for seniors managing one of the most universal and most under-addressed daily challenges in independent senior living. 5. The Smart Home Entry System with keypad and app control. Key management is a senior independence variable that receives almost no retail attention relative to its daily practical significance. The challenge of managing physical keys, ensuring consistent locking, providing access to caregivers and family members without key duplication, and recovering from lockout situations that are disproportionately frequent and disproportionately stressful for older adults managing memory changes, has been addressed primarily through high-end smart lock systems whose installation complexity and price have kept them inaccessible for most seniors on fixed incomes. The Smart Home Entry System in Aldi's May 2026 Finds delivers keypad entry, smartphone app control, and temporary access code generation in a retrofit design that installs over existing deadbolt hardware without modifying door frames or requiring locksmith installation. The keypad entry eliminates the key management variable entirely for seniors who choose to operate without a physical key. The app control allows remote lock and unlock operation that family members and caregivers can use when physical presence is not possible. The temporary access code generation allows the senior to provide time-limited entry to service providers without issuing permanent access, a security feature that addresses a specific vulnerability of conventional key duplication that most seniors manage through trust rather than technical access control. The retrofit installation design requires a screwdriver and approximately 30 minutes for a person following the included instructions without prior smart home experience. Former employees describe customers who bought this device reporting back that installation was straightforward and that the daily convenience it delivered exceeded what they expected from a product at this price point. Former employees describe the Smart Entry System as the May Finds item generating the most subsequent customer return visits specifically to recommend it to other seniors they encountered in the store. The spontaneous word-of-mouth behavior that former employees identify as the most reliable quality signal for any Finds product. That was home access simplified completely. What is coming at number 4 is a nutrition arrival in the May grocery finds rotation that the senior health community has been responding to with an urgency that cleared the first allocation faster than any food product in the spring rotation. 4. The fermented protein and probiotic breakfast blend. The convergence of high-quality complete protein, diverse probiotic cultures, and prebiotic fiber into a single breakfast preparation has been available through specialist nutrition brands at price points that position it as a performance nutrition product for athletic demographics rather than as an accessible daily nutrition tool for seniors whose protein and gut health needs are equally compelling and considerably less well served by mainstream retail. Aldi's May 2026 Fermented Protein and Probiotic Breakfast Blend delivers this nutritional convergence in a format specifically formulated for the digestive sensitivities, protein absorption characteristics, and flavor preferences of an older adult demographic that specialist sports nutrition brands design around younger physiology. The fermentation process applied to the protein base, which uses a combination of whey and plant protein sources, pre-digests a portion of the protein content in ways that improve absorption in seniors whose digestive enzyme production has declined with age. The fermentation also generates the lactic acid bacteria that contribute probiotic benefit independently of the added probiotic cultures, producing a multi-source probiotic delivery that single-strain probiotic supplements cannot replicate. The prebiotic fiber component feeds the probiotic cultures through the digestive process, improving their survival and colonization effectiveness in ways that probiotic supplements taken without complementary prebiotic fiber cannot achieve as consistently. Former employees with personal nutrition knowledge describe this product as one they immediately recognized as filling a gap in the senior nutrition market that no accessible retail product had previously addressed comprehensively. Several describe buying the entire available stock on the first day they encountered it, from morning nutrition to something that improves every other hour of the day. Number 3 is a May Finds arrival that former employees describe as the most complete daily health monitoring solution they have seen in the store's health rotation at any point in their employment. 3. The Wearable Continuous Health Monitor Band. The wearable health technology category has been developing toward the moment when consumer-grade devices deliver clinically relevant continuous monitoring across multiple physiological parameters simultaneously. And the May 2026 Aldi Finds Health Monitor Band represents the most accessible price point at which genuinely comprehensive continuous monitoring has appeared in any mainstream retail context. The band provides continuous heart rate monitoring with irregular rhythm detection that flags potential atrial fibrillation episodes for review, rather than requiring the senior to be performing a discrete measurement at the moment an arrhythmia occurs. Blood oxygen saturation monitoring continues through the night, providing the overnight hypoxia detection that identifies sleep apnea and respiratory compromise episodes that daytime spot check oximetry misses entirely. Skin temperature monitoring tracks the baseline variations that can indicate the early stages of systemic infection before other symptoms develop. And stress level estimation through heart rate variability analysis provides the physiological data that connects daily activities and sleep patterns to the autonomic nervous system response that governs long-term cardiovascular health. The companion app synthesizes these continuous data streams into trend visualizations that make pattern identification accessible to seniors without clinical data interpretation training. Graphs showing overnight oxygen saturation across the full sleep period, heart rate trend across a 7-day cycle, sleep stage estimation based on movement and heart rate pattern analysis. For seniors managing chronic cardiovascular or respiratory conditions, the continuous monitoring capability replaces the anxiety of not knowing what is happening physiologically between clinical appointments with the reassurance of having an ongoing data record that can be shared directly with healthcare providers during those appointments. Former employees describe the continuous health monitor band selling with the decisive urgency that health technology products generate when the price finally reaches the threshold where the clinical value and the financial accessibility align. That alignment in May 2026 at an Aldi Finds price is producing shelf clearance rates former employees describe as unlike anything they have observed in the health technology category. 2 finds remaining. Number 2 has been generating the most online discussion of any May 2026 Aldi arrival because it combines 2 categories that nobody expected to see successfully unified in a single product at this price point. And the result is something former employees describe as genuinely remarkable. 2. The therapeutic weighted eye mask with temperature therapy. The intersection of deep pressure stimulation, darkness optimization, and temperature therapy in a single sleep preparation product represents a convergence that the premium sleep wellness market has produced in expensive individual components that few seniors have been able to access simultaneously at an accessible combined price. Weighted eye masks, which apply gentle distributed pressure across the orbital area using a filled mask format, produce the same deep pressure stimulation principle that weighted blankets apply to the full body, focused on the specific pressure receptors around the eyes and temples that research associates with the parasympathetic nervous system activation that initiates the relaxation response preceding sleep onset. The temperature therapy component in Aldi's May 2026 version allows the mask to be used either cooled for the vasoconstriction and tension relief. That cold application to the orbital area provides for headache and eye strain that is disproportionately prevalent among seniors managing screen use and reading in suboptimal lighting conditions, or warmed for the circulation support and muscle relaxation that heat application delivers for the eye and temple tension that accumulates across days of visual effort. The complete darkness the weighted format provides adds the melatonin production benefit of light elimination that research consistently identifies as one of the most accessible and most underutilized sleep quality interventions. A room that is 90% dark produces significantly less melatonin support than a room that is 100% dark from the sleeper's perspective. And a weighted eye mask provides that final 10% of darkness reliably, regardless of ambient light conditions. Former employees describe the weighted temperature eye mask generating the spontaneous in-store conversations that products only generate when their concept is both immediately understandable and immediately desirable to the customer who encounters them. Pick it up, understand it in 30 seconds, place it in the cart. Former employees describe that sequence occurring with a consistency that cleared the first allocation before Wednesday afternoon at most locations. One May finds a rival remaining, and it is the one that former employees across every location describe in the same terms. The most complete senior health and independence product the May 2026 rotation has produced. The one that belongs in every senior home. The one that addresses a challenge so universal and so consequential that no senior who understands what it does should leave it on the shelf. 1. The complete balance and vestibular training system. Balance deterioration is the physiological change that most directly determines the trajectory of senior independence, and it is the change that receives the least systematic daily attention from the seniors it affects most significantly. The vestibular system that governs balance function is trainable throughout the lifespan. Research from physical therapy and sports medicine has established with consistency that targeted balance training through progressive stability challenges produces measurable improvements in balance function in older adults at virtually any age and virtually any current balance capability level. The improvements are not cosmetic or marginal. They are the kind of functional gains that reduce fall risk, improve walking confidence, and restore participation in physical activities that balance anxiety had eliminated from a senior's daily life. The challenge has been that effective vestibular training requires equipment and progressive programming that physical therapy clinics provide in supervised settings at per-session costs that limit access to the frequency and consistency that produces lasting adaptation. At-home balance training has historically been limited to basic exercises performed on fixed surfaces that do not provide the progressive challenge required to continue stimulating vestibular adaptation once the initial basic level has been mastered. The complete balance and vestibular training system in Aldi's May 2026 finds delivers the full progression of balance training equipment in a single purchase. A balance board with adjustable instability settings that progress from minimal challenge, appropriate for initial training, to significant instability, appropriate for advanced balance maintenance. Foam balance pads in 2 densities, providing surface instability that trains the proprioceptive responses that balance on variable outdoor surfaces requires. Resistance bands integrated with balance positions for the combined strength and stability training that physical therapists identify as more effective than either component alone. And a structured 8-week progressive training guide developed with physical therapy input that eliminates the programming uncertainty that has made self-directed balance training inconsistent for most seniors who have attempted it. The 8-week guide is the element former employees with physical therapy backgrounds describe as the most significant differentiator from the generic balance board products that appear occasionally in fitness. Finds rotations without the programming context that makes progressive use effective. Equipment without programming is equipment that sits unused after the initial novelty. Equipment with an evidence-based, progressive program is equipment that produces the physiological adaptations it was purchased to deliver. Former employees describe the complete balance training system selling to a customer profile that includes both seniors purchasing for their own balance maintenance and adult children purchasing for parents whose fall risk has become a family concern. The dual purchase motivation means the customer base for this specific product extends beyond the individual senior to every family unit, with a senior member whose independence depends on the balance function that this system is designed to preserve and improve. The price at which Aldi offers this complete system in May 2026 represents a fraction of what an equivalent equipment collection costs through physical therapy supply retailers and sports medicine equipment companies. Former employees describe it as the May Finds item, around which the first Wednesday morning visit should be planned as a non-negotiable priority. That is the complete list. 10 new Aldi Finds arriving in May 2026, every one of them generating the shelf-clearing urgency that comes from something genuinely extraordinary appearing at a genuinely honest price. The Solar Garden Lighting Collection, the bamboo and charcoal skincare tools, the portable cold and heat therapy device, the adaptive clothing collection, the beeswax wooden wick candles, the smart home entry system, the fermented protein breakfast blend, the continuous health monitor band, the weighted temperature eye mask, and the complete balance and vestibular training system at number 1, where the health urgency and the independence implications both say it belongs. May 2026, Wednesday morning, before 9, with a list that starts with number 1 and works backward only if the shelf still has units when you arrive. If this list is going on your phone as a May shopping reference right now, hit that like button and subscribe before you do anything else. Every week we track the Aldi finds that matter most for senior health, independence, and daily quality of life. The ones worth the early Wednesday alarm and the ones completely gone before most shoppers know they existed. The next video is already on screen. We are counting down 10 Aldi hacks that save seniors hundreds annually. Every one of them a strategy worth applying starting from your very next visit. You will not want to miss a single one.